YouTube, what's going on, man? Today we doing something a little different, man. I try to keep the content fresh for y'all boys, you feel me? So one of my subscribers, man, somebody that you might see in the comments all the time on my videos, my boy Unity Infusion, he hit me up in the email and asked if I could, you know what I'm saying, take a look at his beat, you know, give him some feedback. How could he arrange it better? What we gonna do today is we gonna go through my boy beat that he sent through, and we just gonna tweak it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put my little touches on it, maybe add, take away a few things. I'm just getting my honest feedback on it, man. And yeah, so without further ado, man, if y'all learned something in this video, if you like the video, go ahead and drop me a like, man. Sub to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that noti bell so you know as soon as I drop these videos. But let's get into this thing. All right, man, so we in FL with it. We got our boys FLP here. The beat is called Drama. So yeah, let's see what's going on here. I am missing some of the sounds, so I'm gonna have to replace a few. I don't have arcade. I'm assuming that's a vocal. I'm not gonna be able to replace that one, but we'll replace this piano here with something free. We'll use Labs. It's a free plugin, man. It's super fire. I'm just gonna throw a piano on there, and I think that should be all that we really need to replace. I think I have everything else. So we're just gonna listen to this, man, see how it sounds. And then yeah, we'll go from there. There was a bass on there that was clashing, so I'm gonna do my boy some justice, and we're gonna just run that back because I don't want y'all to even have to hear it like that. Okay, so off rip, we don't really have to listen to too much here. I mean, you can already see he pretty much just has the beat playing the same way the entire time through. So we're gonna get into some arrangement. These are just things I'm noticing off the bat. Sound selection on the drums. I think that we can probably get some crispier sounds on those drums for sure. Specifically to me, the hi-hat. I think the hi-hat could be changed a little bit, maybe even change the pattern. I like the melody. I really actually like the melody, bro. I don't know if you made this melody or if it's a MIDI or what, but I'm rocking with the piano for sure. I like the strings. You just layered the strings using the same melody. That's a good thing. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this thing a little bit, man. So first thing I'm gonna do is just split by channel, and let's see. Okay, I think that's just the piano there. So that's fine. We're just gonna split it by channel, and we're gonna start out with the melody here. Something else I noticed here, there are a lot of effects on these sounds, and I feel like that kind of takes away from it a little bit. I'm gonna turn off all the effects actually here, and then I'm gonna give it another listen. All right, let's see what it sounds like with no effects. See, I think that sounds so much cleaner without those effects, man. So I'm gonna turn the effects on again, and we'll see what we can kind of take away. Yeah, so see, everything is kind of just clashing at that point. So I'm gonna start with the piano first. Let's just play the piano, and we're gonna just kind of go through these effects and see what's going on. So we got a reverb here. Okay. Okay, so on this reverb we have the pre-delay kind of high, so that means that once the sound starts playing, the reverb isn't going to come in until 20 milliseconds have passed. The mix, okay, decay is fine. I would turn up this low cut some just to get rid of the low end on your reverb, just to kind of get a cleaner reverb going there. We're going to bring it in a little bit quicker too. I think that sounds pretty good. Next, I think this EQ looks fine. Let's see. Let's get rid of some of this low end. Yeah, we didn't need all that low end as well. What is this? Another EQ? That's fine. Now, I think this effect rack was adding a lot to it. So, okay, he's using the Crystal Choir preset. So it's basically adding these like real airy vocals to the background. And he has the mix turned down to 51%, but we might need to take it down just a little bit more just so that it's really subtle. So what we can do here is let's play it. think that's nice. Okay, so we got the piano sounding pretty decent. Again, we're just using the free lab soft piano here. Nothing crazy. So now let's go on to this next sound, which I think is a pad. Okay. So I see he has 2 delays on here off the rip. Fruity Delay 3 and Baby Come Back are 2 separate delays. Then we have a tremolator on here as well. Okay, so let's take off this tremolator. EQ. Let's take out this Baby Come Back. Okay. So this is just the sound that has that weird shit going on. It definitely adds a lot of movement. You know what? I think that that's fine for now. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to these other sounds here. We got strings and we got the bass. I think that the bass might need to be changed. Let's see what that bass sounds like here. This melody is using a lot of acoustic sounds. So we have the piano, we have the strings. We do have that synth pad, but I think that maybe an acoustic bass will sound a little better on this. So we're gonna grab boo bass here. I'm gonna turn up the bass and let's see what boo bass sounds like. Okay, so this bass pattern is pretty much just following the root note of his melody. I think we can add a little variation on the second half here. So I'm just gonna play it again and kind of tweak it to what I hear. Okay, so on the piano melody and the strings, you hear this kind of run at the end. So what we can do is we can actually steal that. I think we can steal this run. So we're gonna go back to the bass and we're just gonna add this little run at the end. Dun, dun, dun. Oh shoot, I'm tripping. I'm gonna add this little run to the end here. Yeah, that's cool. So we're gonna go ahead and increase the velocities there. Let's randomize the rest of this. All right, so like I said, I don't have arcade, but I do have vocal runs too. So there we go. So vocal runs too, and let's get one of these kits, and we're just gonna kind of play with it here. Oh, okay, that's kind of clean. Let's see, I'm just gonna tweak it from there. All right, so we're starting to get some structure here, man. We got some sounds going. We done added a little bit of flavor to it. I think I hear one more thing maybe at the beginning. And I'm going to add some texture to it, man. So in labs, there is something called organic textures. And the one I like is the Wind and Bird song, I believe. So I'm going to take the same exact melody from the piano, and I'm going to just add it to this labs. And this is what it sounds like here. Beautiful. Beautiful, man. And like I said, we're not doing anything too crazy. We're literally just copying the same stuff that he already had in there. Let's see here. One more thing I would like to do is I will take this piano melody, make it unique, and I'm gonna pitch this one up an octave. Yeah, man, next I guess we'll just kind of arrange this thing out. So let's see what we're dealing with here. Kind of like that. Okay, so first things first, man, the hi-hats. Let's see what's going on with the hi-hats here. So we have two different hi-hats. Okay, so let's see what that sounds like. Okay, so I see J Cactus hi-hats. I'm not too familiar with his content, but from what I have seen from him, he does like more of drill type beats. And that's kind of what these hi-hats sound like to me. They sound like drill hi-hats. So what we're gonna do, because that doesn't really fit this genre, it's kind of like a pain beat or like a really emotional beat. So we're just gonna go to my drum kit and I'm gonna grab, we can start out with the Zaytoven hi-hat and see what that sounds like. But let me see which J Cactus. Yeah, so this one right here, I'm not really digging that hi-hat. So let's see what this sounds like. Okay, and I see he has this underlying hi-hat pattern. So what we're gonna do with this one is just kind of alternate these velocities. Just to give it a little bit more movement. And then I'm also gonna move these off the grid a little bit by holding Shift and Alt and pressing right on the arrow key. So I'm gonna zoom in so y'all can really see that it's moving off of the grid here a little. So just like that kind of, you see. So I'm going to highlight all of these and I'm going to Shift Alt and right on the arrow key just to slide them over just a little bit off the grid, just to give it a little more movement. So now that we've done that, let's see what that sounds like with our melody here. That already sounds better to me. Let's get a little bounce here. Kick is cool. We're gonna turn up the kick a little bit though. If I can find it. Oh, there we go. That's why. Okay, man. So I think we're making good progress here. So next we got the 808. Let's see what's going on with that kick actually first. Go to kick. Okay, we can put that in mono. That's fine. Now, I don't know what this reviver is. I don't have that. So I'm just going to get rid of that. We really don't need it. And okay, we got a kickstart, a reviver, and a ferric TD SMK. I'm not sure what any of these are, so I'm just gonna get rid of these. We do have the kickstart too, so let's see what that's doing here. Okay, so I think he's using this kickstart 2 to kind of sidechain for the kick, but you really don't need to do any of that, in my opinion. I mean, if you really want to get technical, you can with it, but there's a way to make it work without doing that. So okay, so with the kick and the 808, they're kind of fighting against each other. I'm not sure if you can really tell or if you can hear, so I'm going to run that back with just those two playing. See, the pattern, I don't know, it's just the bounce of it. I think that's cool for, let's say, like here, for one section of it, but for the entire beat, I think that we could simplify it, you know, because you want to make sure that the beat is rappable. And when I'm playing the kick by itself, it is very rappable. Once I add that 808 in there, it gets a little bit more complex. So what I'm going to do is we're going to make this unique, and we're just going to get rid of these. We'll leave it here, and I'm going to adjust this pattern here. So right here, that bounce was just a little bit off to me. Nothing wrong with it. I just think it's a little bit off for what I'm trying to do, simplifying it. So I'm just gonna take that piece out and I'm gonna extend these 808s, but I'm gonna actually come in here and I'm gonna shorten this 808 some. Yeah, okay, I like that. So let's bring this down. I'm gonna put on here as an EQ. All right, man. So we got that sounding a little bit better to me. So next, I think we need to layer this clapping snare with another snare just to give it a little bit more depth. All right, man. So once we got that, we're just gonna go ahead and duplicate that over one more time. Maybe add just like a little outro with this bass. And then one more piano. We're at 226. One last touch, man. Something that really is so simple and can add so much to your beats, bro. Just putting a goddamn crash on your shit. Take that crash, duplicate it, bro. First of all, hold on. Let's fit the tempo. All right. Take that crash, duplicate it. Make the second crash unique and reverse it. And put it in front of that one. And when I say that, bro, this is so simple, but it just adds so much extra swag to your beat because it's just like a little transition, you know? So sometimes you gotta just slide it around a little bit to really get it to line up how you want. To be honest, like we can cut off this shit, all right? And then FL got this little like fader junk now, right? So like really, we can go in there and shorten this. Fade it in like that, bring down the volume on it. And we're gonna turn this second one down more. So once we do that, bro, we're gonna do it again, probably like here after this little breakdown. And then we're just gonna add a couple crashes in between. All right. So now just this simple touch, bro, adds so much to the beat. Feel me? So I'm gonna play the original beat for y'all one more time, and then we'll listen to the changes. It's hard. It's hard. That's it for this one, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. This was pretty dope, man. I'm glad that Unity decided to send me this FLP. I've never really done something like this before, so this was a really dope experience for me, man. I hope y'all learned something in this video. I think that the key takeaways for this one are going to be sound selection. That's on your melodies and your drums. So his melody sound selection was phenomenal in my opinion, but the drums needed some work. I think we also can take a step back from effects and try not to rely so much on effects and just kind of let the melody speak for itself, man. You know, like me personally, the phase that I'm in production, I kind of try to stay away from melodies unless they're like something like time stretching, like halftime or like reverb, the basics. But all the other stuff I don't really use as much. So that's another tip. And then arrangement, man, you just got to play with it. Honestly, I can't really tell you exactly how to arrange it, but you know, just take some sounds out, plug some sounds in, just see how it sounds. Listen to reference tracks, listen to your favorite songs, see how they sound, how they arrange their beats, and kind of go off of that, man. So I think we gained a lot from this one, man. If you learned something, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because come on, bro, what are you doing, my dude? Hit that notification bell so you know when I drop these videos. But let's get on out of here.